information.
October is known for pink and breast cancer awareness, but our friends at Safe Connections want you to think purple during the month of October, which is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Susan Kidder is CEO of Safe Connections. She joins us now for our continuing conversation about safe and healthy relationships. Great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. We have a lot of work to do. 1 in 4 women, the victim of domestic violence. But women aren't the only victims. We're going to talk about that. And there's a trickle-down effect to the economy, to U.S. businesses.
Absolutely. Estimates are that it costs businesses in the U.S. up to $12.6 billion with billion with a B, in lost productivity, medical expenses, missed days of work, all attributable to domestic violence.
And you say it's not just women. Most
Right.
of the victims are women. Who else is a victim?
About 90% of those who are survivors are identified as female or women. The other 10%, and we've talked about this before, these are really underreported statistics too, because people are concerned or fearful about coming forward as a survivor. About 10% of folks who identify as LGBTQ or male are also survivors of domestic violence.
And they really feel as well very intimidated to come forward because they may not have told others about their status, their gender status, correct?
Absolutely, and that could be used as a threat or a way to manipulate so that within domestic violence, I mean, the dynamic is the abuser is using intentional, threatening pattern of behavior to exert power and control over their partner, their spouse.
Not just physical.
Right.
It could be in many ways.
Absolutely.
Emotional, sometimes it's finances.
Yes, and sometimes it is sexual. And when it's emotional or psychological, it's the constant put-downs, it's the threats, it's the manipulation to, again, maintain that power and control. If it's sexual, perhaps it's unwanted sexual behavior. Perhaps it's, again, threatening to have, sex or unwanted sex with their spouse. I mean, there are a lot of different ways that domestic violence can be displayed.
And I think sometimes the person who doesn't have the power in the relationship minimizes what's going on as a way to cope. How do we help that person reach out?
Well, first is to believe them. If they reach out to you, to listen without judgment. Don't say something like, well, you need to get out of there right now. That person is their own best expert in terms of what to do. So listening without judgment, believing that person, and actually having them call our Safe Connections Crisis Helpline, because we have the services and the programs that can be helpful.
Leaving can be a dangerous time in itself.
It is the most dangerous time because the abuser feels like they are losing control, they are losing their power. So that is when domestic violence tends to amplify. And
yet just making a call, is that safe to do? Do people feel safe calling you? We had that number on the screen as well. Well,
they need to make that call from a safe telephone in a safe place at a safe time. They may not want to use their mobile phone because perhaps the abuser is checking that number and could trace that back to Safe Connections. So they may want to use an office phone or a friend's phone to make that call safely.
All right, there's the number, 314-531-2003. Susan Kidder from Safe Connections. As always, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.